Many philosophers, my friends, get lost in labyrinths of abstract thoughts, believing that truth resides only in the world of ideas. Yet, the palpable truth of your existence is forged in the world of action. A person doesn't become just merely by knowing what justice is. They become just by practicing acts of justice. In the same way, you don't become courageous by meditating on courage, but by facing your fears with virtuous actions. Virtue, after all, is a habit, a disposition of character acquired through the repetition of acts. The human mind, with its capacity to imagine and to plan, is a precious gift, but it becomes a source of frustration if it isn't accompanied by the force of will and the impulse of action. The person who only thinks about what they'll do, but never does it, lives in a realm of unrealized potential. Think about it. Your happiness, your health, your wealth, all these things are the result not of your thoughts, but of your actions. In action, the paralysis in the face of fear or uncertainty is the greatest enemy of human progress. I observe many of you terrified by the possibility of failure, and because of this, you don't start your journey. But I tell you, failure isn't the fall, but the refusal to get up. Action, even if imperfect, is always superior to inertia. It's through error and correction that your practice is perfected and your excellence is manifested. Virtue, like art, is learned through practice. No sculptor becomes a master by thinking about sculpture, but by taking the chisel and honing their technique on the marble. Your soul, to achieve its best form, must be molded by action. Your character is the result of your daily choices and your repeated actions. Thought is the first step, the seed, but action is the water and the sun that make it germinate. A brilliant plan for building a bridge has no value if the bridge isn't built. In the same way, a noble thought about a virtuous life is just an empty idea if it isn't translated into noble actions. Your life is a reflection of your actions, not of your hidden intentions. Courage, one of the noblest virtues, doesn't exist in a vacuum. It can only be exercised when there's a real danger to be faced. The cowardly person thinks of the risks and retreats. The rash person doesn't consider them and acts without prudence. But the courageous person, with their reason, evaluates the danger and acts with bravery. Courage is an action, not just a state of mind. Happiness, eudaimonia, isn't a gift you receive, but a habit you build. It's not a feeling, but a way of life, an activity of the soul in conformity with virtue. And this activity is manifested in your actions. The happy person is one who acts with justice, who acts with wisdom, who acts with temperance, and who finds satisfaction in the very practice of excellence. If these words, which invite you to the nobility of action and the realization of your potential, resonate in your soul, I invite you, with the passion of one who seeks the truth, to like this video right now. By liking it, you'll help bring the light of philosophy to more hearts that are stagnant in inaction. And so that you may continue to tread the path of virtue and excellence, follow this channel and leave a comment about the most significant action you've recently taken to turn a thought into a result. Your participation is the seed of a new garden of wisdom. Now let's continue. You must understand that excellence isn't an isolated act, but a habit. How do you become good at something? Not by doing it once, but by doing it repeatedly, with the goal of perfecting yourselves. Your health isn't the result of a single healthy meal, but of a consistent diet. Your wisdom isn't the result of a single reading, but of continuous study. Greatness is forged in the daily grind of action. Life is a project, and you are its architects. Your mind can conceive the grandest plan, but without the work of your hands, the project will remain on paper. Don't wait for inspiration to act. Act, and inspiration will come. Movement generates movement. Action creates the impetus for more action, and each small step brings you closer to the desired result. The fear of judgment, of being criticized, often prevents us from acting. But I tell you, the person who does nothing has nothing to fear, but also has nothing to gain. The criticism of the person who is on the battlefield, trying and failing, is more valuable than the applause of the person who is sitting in the audience, only observing. Your dignity resides in the effort, not in the success. The virtue of prudence, practical wisdom, is the bridge between thought and action. Prudence allows you to deliberate correctly about the best way to act in each situation. It helps you discern the right time to act, the right place, and the right way. Prudence is reason in action, and it's what prevents you from becoming slaves to your own ideas. Happiness, eudaimonia, isn't a state of mind that's sought, but a consequence of the virtuous life. And the virtuous life is a life of action. It doesn't reside in contemplating beauty, but in creating it. It doesn't reside in admiring justice, but in practicing it. It doesn't reside in desiring good, but in doing it. Your fulfillment is the echo of your actions. Humans are, by nature, social and political beings. Your virtue can't be exercised in isolation. It requires your participation in the life of the community. Justice, liberality, friendship, all these virtues require action and interaction with others. Inaction, reclusion, deprives you of the opportunity to practice virtue and, therefore, deprives you of happiness. Habit is a powerful force. If you habituate yourselves to inaction, to procrastination, your character will become weak and your soul will atrophy. But if you habituate yourselves to action, to diligence, to perseverance, your character will be strengthened and your soul will flourish. Your actions today are the habits of tomorrow, and your habits of tomorrow are your destiny. Don't wait for the perfect moment to act. The perfect moment is now. Uncertainty is the condition of life, but action is the answer. Act with what you have, with what you know, and the path will open up before you. Life doesn't give you the bridge ready-made. It gives you the river, and it's your task to build the bridge plank by plank with your actions. The virtue of temperance, moderation, isn't the absence of desire, but the control of desire through reason and action. It's the ability to enjoy the pleasures of life without becoming slaves to them. Temperance is a deliberate act of choice, which frees you from the tyranny of appetites and allows you to focus your energy on higher actions. Your life is your masterpiece, and like any masterpiece, it's not created overnight. It's the result of thousands of actions, of small steps, of corrections, and of improvements. Don't be discouraged by the slowness of progress. The great tree grows from a small sapling. Be diligent in your actions, and you'll see your life flourish. The pursuit of happiness isn't a search for a state of being, but a search for a way of acting. Happiness is in activity, not in passivity. It's found in engagement with the world, in participation, in the realization of your potential. It's in virtuous action, for it's there that your nature is fully realized. Remember that your capacity to act is what distinguishes you from other creatures. It's your capacity to deliberate, to choose, and to act that makes you human and gives you the power to shape your own life. Don't neglect this power. Don't be content with mere thoughts. Demand action from yourselves. Inaction is a form of waste. It's the waste of your energy, of your time, of your potential. It's the denial of your own nature. Don't fear the error of action. Fear the regret of inaction. At the end of your lives, you won't regret what you did, but what you didn't have the courage to do. Therefore, my friends, may your philosophy not be just a set of beautiful ideas. May it be the driving force of your actions. May it inspire you to live a virtuous life, a life of fulfillment. And may you, at the end of your journey, be able to look back and see not a river of thoughts but a masterpiece of actions, a full life, a life of eudaimonia.